Hey, what's up everybody? Tyler from TenThumbsPro.com. Really happy to bring you this song because A, it took me a long time to learn, and B, because I'd like to dedicate it to you, especially a friend I have in Ontario, okay? The song is called You've Got a Friend in Me. And I want all my 10-thumbers to know that you have a friend in me, okay? So this is the Disney classic, Randy Newman. We're about to break it down chord by chord. A lot of chords, chromatic movements. It's a jazzy song. It's a jazz song. You can even make it a jazz standard and add some extensions and do all kinds of things to it to make it sound even more jazzy. So this time, also a suggestion from another 10-thumber, Margaret. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the chords in the description below too, so you can watch and you can verify and you can kind of keep track of where you are in the song using the chords below, okay? Alright, so TenThumbsPro.com, new songs every Wednesday, new songs every Saturday, and remember, you've got a friend in me. So grab your brain, grab your ukulele, grab your attention span, grab your friend, and follow me on into this lesson. Let's break it down. Alright everybody, we're going to break this one down piece by piece. There's a lot of pieces to it, there's a lot of moving parts. So make sure you check the description as well, because I'm going to put the chords in the description. There's just a lot of moving pieces to it. It's not a very long song, it's under 3 minutes, but having said that, there's a lot of chords, chromatic movements, and all kinds of stuff. So if you need a little extra help, that's why you have the description below, okay? So, the intro, the introduction is a great place to introduce the song. We have a D sharp, we have a G7, we have a C minor, we have a B major, we have a B flat 7, and we have that chromatic movement from the D sharp to the D, to the C sharp, to the D. Okay? So the strum pattern I'm going to be using is what I call the Jack Johnson strum. I'll put another link in the description as well for that one if you need a little extra help. And the idea is a pluck, up, mute. So if you just vamp on this D7 or this D sharp chord for a second, you can get the idea for what it is. Pluck up mute to 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 pluck up mute. Thumb, pluck, up, mute. Okay? It's going to require a couple other skills. If you want to, you could just do it down up mute to down up mute to down up mute. But I like the pluck up mute because it kind of pulls the notes out of the chord a little bit. Okay, so the intro. I'm gonna play it for you, and it looks like this. Okay, D sharp, and what's called the pluck up mute. We're gonna refer to these numbers as a cycle. Okay, so that happens one time. Pluck up mute. G7, pluck up mute. And then that's going to be a little tricky movement because we're going pluck up, mute, up, mute, mute. Pluck up, mute, up on the C minor. Up, mute. Up, mute, mute. Okay? Back to the D sharp, pluck up mute, B flat 7, pluck up mute, D sharp, D, C sharp, D. So it goes like this. Okay, and that's our introduction. Okay, so now we're moving into the verse, okay? Now, I'm going to teach you the foundation of the verse because it's more or less the same, but verses 1, 2, and 3 are actually different, and they have small details or nuances that are going to make them different. So the best is to learn the foundation, and then I'm going to show you the bells, the whistles, and the hot sauce that make them different. Now, the foundation has 3 different chord progressions, and the first one goes like this. And that's a D sharp, B flat 7, D sharp. And I'm doing that same little down pluck, up, mute, up, mute, up. the same movement that I did on the C minor in the introduction, alright? Okay? So let's do that together one time. Okay, good. Now the second little loop is going to go G sharp, a new chord, and then the next chord is going to be an A diminished 7, a really jazzy chord, right? Randy Newman has a lot of background in jazz. He has a lot of jazz influence. So you're going to hear and see some of the chords he's choosing you might not recognize in some of our other tutorials. Well, because we are taking a piano song, considered a children's song, but it's really a jazz song, and we are putting it onto the ukulele. So a lot of new chords, okay? G sharp, A diminished 7, back to the D sharp. Okay, so let's play that second loop together. Now if we put those two loops together, it sounds like this. And that's that part that goes, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Okay? Now after that, the next loop happens 3 times. It goes G sharp again, D sharp, G7, and then C minor with that up. Alright, and that happens 3 times like this. So let's play the whole verse together. It goes like this. Okay? Now the second verse is going to sound just like that, exactly like that, okay? If you try to put it in some lyrics, it might sound something like, you got a friend in me. Well, you got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, just remember what your old pal said. Well, you got a friend in me, oh boy. So we jumped into the chorus. Alright, so I'm going to save those little nuances and the coloration for the end. I'm going to get you the verse right now, and then the chorus actually. I'm going to do the chorus right now so you can kind of see how it starts to come together and you can have a foundation. And the nuances or the color, that's going to be up to you whether you want to add them or not. They're difficult, but they really, really sound nice. But let's get the foundation first. So the chorus is going to be an F7, our B flat 7 again, we're familiar with. Our D sharp we're familiar with, and a C7. And it's going to go, alright, that same quick up movement that we do on our C minor, we're going to do on the C7. F7, B flat 7, D sharp, up, again. Except this time you only play the first half, and then you go back into the intro. So the chorus goes, back into the second verse, right? Okay, I made a little mistake at the end, but I was stopping anyways, because I wanted to say that you only go into the intro after the first chorus, okay? Because, well, let's go ahead and play that chorus together. Intro here, if it's your first time, or from that position here, after you go D sharp, B flat 7, D sharp. The second time through, you don't actually go to the B sharp. So the second time through, you do this. The first half, and then you play D sharp for a whole measure, okay? Because after that, you're going to go into the middle 8 or a bridge of 8 bars. And that middle 8 is going to have a, start with your G sharp, and then to a D. Some of the other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger and smarter too. Right? And that goes G sharp for 2, D for 2, D sharp for 1, D for 1, D sharp for 2. Alright? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright? 1, 2. Then you go back to the D for 1, G for 1, B diminished 7, same as our chord here, but up 1 whole step, bow, bow, B diminished 7, a D major up here, a G sharp, a G minor here, a G minor here, C major here, F minor here, and a B flat major here. That's a lot of chords, and they're each going to play one time like this. And I like to get that up on the C major and up on the B sharp major. So that whole middle 8 looks like this. Right? Some of the other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too, but none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you. And then you go into the third verse, okay? So, let's talk about the third verse, yeah. We'll talk about the third verse now, okay? The third verse, you're gonna play this part, do 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 do, normal. Then the second part, normal. Excuse me, second part, normal. Okay? But then you repeat that second part. And this time you go G sharp, A diminished, but then you go D sharp major, a G7 here, and then a C minor. So it goes, you're gonna see that it's all destiny. You're gonna see that it's all destiny. 'Cause, back into the chorus, you got a friend in me. And the chorus repeats itself twice. You got a friend in me. And then you start the first half and back into the intro. So, if I play the whole third verse with that little crazy nuances, it looks like this. Into that chorus 2 times. Half the chorus, back into the intro. Okay, now technically with all of those pieces you could play this song, but there's another nuance on the first chord that I want to teach you. And it goes like this. The third time through this loop, you're going to go G sharp, A diminished, D sharp, G, F7, G7, A minor. You're going. Alright. You just remember what your old pal said. So I know that's a lot. It goes. You just remember what your old pal said. You just remember what your old pal said. You just remember what your old pal said. I'm going to try to sing it because it gives it a little better point of reference, right? So it goes like this. In the road looks rough ahead, and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed. You just remember what your old pal said. Right? And then in the chorus, you got a friend in me, oh boy. You got a friend into the intro. And then into the second verse. Whee! Alright? I know that's a lot, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the entire first verse for you, okay? You got a friend in me. Well, you got a friend in me. When that road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Well, you got a friend in me. Got a friend in me. Okay, so now I'm going to do the play along, okay? The play along, okay, well, real quick. That riff is something I play at the very end by myself. It's a little adaptation of the intro riff. It's something that you can play if you want to. You don't have to. It's not exactly like it is that piano kind of solo that they have going in there, but it sounds nice, okay? So I'm going to do the play along. I'm going to play the whole song, and I'm going to play it with the nuances. You have the chords in the description again to really break it down a little easier, because there's going to be a lot of movement and a lot of memory. It just takes a long time to get this song. So I recommend you taking your time, not getting frustrated, and listening to it, okay? Okay, let's take it from the top. TenThumbs. Thumbs up if it helped you. Subscribe. New songs every Wednesday. New songs every Saturday. got a friend in me, dude. Alright, so the song was difficult. If you made it to this point, it means you figured it out. Congratulations. It wasn't easy, right? But you did it. So congratulations. Go ahead and sing it, play it, jam it. It's a really fun song to play. From everyone's from kindergartens to your sweetheart to your friends. And remember, like I said before, I'm going to say it again, TenThumbsPro.com, you have a friend in me, alright? Make sure you subscribe, thumbs up if it helped you. New songs every Saturday, new songs every Wednesday. The whole idea at TenThumbs is to help you make the music that you want to make. So let us know what we can do, let us know how we can help, and yeah, have a nice day. Alright, remember your friend over here at TenThumbs. Take care.